Hi guys, so I finally got the LG G5 and this is not my first time holding it, but it definitely feels not bad. It doesn't feel as premium as the Galaxy S7, but you still get that nice solid feel. Now a lot of people were complaining that this was not true all metal unibody, but this material is actually a metallic paint that actually has metal. LG is saying that that actually helps it become stronger. So really, I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference unless you use your phone naked. And if you're using your phone naked, you're either stupid or you have a load of cash hiding under your mattress. That said, the first thing I did when I got my Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge, it looked so beautiful I wanted to protect it. I put on a nice thick case. Of course, the same thing with the LG G5. If you actually use a case and protect your phone, it's probably not gonna matter. Alright, with that aside, let's actually go take a look at the naked body of this LG G5. I would say the design is actually not bad at all. There are some imperfections here I can notice. That's from the paint. So if this was true metal unibody, you would not see some imperfections like that. You can see a little bit of how the paint sort of messed up a little bit there. There are some imperfections down here, just a tiny bit. And also there is this rubber grommet. This is all because it's a modular phone. I mean, you can't expect to have everything. So really, the main feature of this phone is that it's modular. That you can go ahead and pull the battery out. Alright, if you want to replace it, replace the battery, you can go ahead and grab another battery. 2800 milliamp hour for the battery. It's not bad for this size phone. Just snap it back in. One of the benefits of having a modular phone is that LG is going to come out with new modules that you can go ahead and add new features. One of the features I would like to see with this phone is like an extra loud speaker module. A module that sticks out all the way to the back. Instead of having to carry an extra Bluetooth speaker, if you can put a speaker module and make it super loud, that would make me walking my dog more enjoyable. Of course, LG is already working on stuff like SSD modules, camera modules, all kinds of different modules, so it's going to be very, very interesting. I mean, give them credit for making world's first modular smartphone. Look at Galaxy S7 or S7 Edge. Once this goes out to the market, it's done. That's it. They're not going to add new features. But with this, LG will keep developing new modules that you can use with your existing phone. Now, what I'm really hoping is that this modular feature carries over to the next phone, such as the G6, G7. Then we would have an ultimate modular smartphone. I mean, this is the start of the revolution. And if you want to be one of the first to buy the first modular phone in the world, this is definitely it. I guess there are cheaper modular phones out there, but that's probably not worth buying. I'm just saying, first modular phone that is worth buying, spending your actual hard-earned cash on. All right, enough talking. Let me go ahead and show you what this phone looks like. All right, up at the front, you got this curved screen at the top. I don't know why they made it curved. It is actually curved down here also. So that design language is symmetric on the top and the bottom, but you can see the top is actually a little bit more curvier. All right, on the left side, you'll see volume buttons, and also you'll see this little button to take the battery out or put new modules in. And on the bottom, you'll find microphone, a USB Type-C. That's right, USB Type-C. If you want the latest and best of USB, this is it. This also supports Quick Charge 3.0. That's something Samsung doesn't have yet. Huawei, I don't think has it. Even the 6P doesn't support USB Quick Charge 3.0. There's actually a bunch of Quick Charge 3.0 chargers you can buy on Amazon right now. I'll have a review of that soon too. All right, you got speakers right there. Now I did get to play this phone for a little bit. The speakers are super loud. They're louder than last year's LG G4. They're louder than Galaxy S6. It is not stereo, but it is definitely a night and day. Going from a Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge to the LG G5, the sound just versus like that. It's definitely a very interesting phone. I mean, LG is trying something not that many manufacturers would. All right, on the right side, you will find a SIM card tray along with micro SD card slot, which is very nice. So you can go ahead and put in your nano SIM along with micro SD. Also up at the top, you'll find 3.5mm headphone jack. You'll find the second microphone, and you'll find an IR blaster so you can control your TV. I know a lot of you use this all the time. I actually lost lost my TV remote, so I'm using one of my older Galaxy S6 as remote control, like, because I have a lot of phones laying around. It's an absolute feature a lot of us practical people really want. I really dig the fact that LG actually listens to the customers. They actually left in remove battery, remove micro SD, IR blaster. They have not removed the stuff that some of us really like. So I really like that they didn't change their core features. Unlike Samhors, they're like, ah, screw it, we'll sacrifice micro SD and remove battery for design. And then they come next year with the Galaxy S7, S7 Edge. They're like, oh, sales going down, so we're gonna go ahead and put the micro SD card back in. You know, they're like little whores, you know. Instead of listening to the customers, listening to what we want, they're just whores. Alright? So that's one thing I really like about the LG G5, aside from design, performance, camera, the fact that they actually leave the stuff that we want. That's what Android is about, that we buy stuff that we want. So LG G5 has a lot of that. As a company, that's one good thing I can say about LG. Now, I did not get this as a review unit. I bought this myself. These opinions are mine. I wish LG paid me, but... And on the back, you will find 16 megapixel f1.8 main camera and also 8 megapixel wide angle, super wide angle f2.4 camera. That's still pretty fast. LED flash, laser autofocus, and it does have a slight camera hump. I don't know, some of you might be sensitive about that, but you put a case on, you'll probably not notice it. Also, there's a little hump for the power button, which acts as a fingerprint sensor and a power button. That is actually nice. I like the power button and the fingerprint sensor on the back. All right, the LG G5 runs Android 6.0.1 out of the box. Now, there's no word on whether we'll be able to root this if that is a lock bootloader on the US models like the S7 and the S7 Edge, but I really hope they didn't, so we can go ahead and upgrade and install ROMs like CyanogenMod ROMs on the LG G5, which you cannot on the S7, S7 Edge. That was like the most disappointing feature of the Samsung phones. Horse. All right, I've been just playing around with it for a little bit. Software is very zippy. You got Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 running, of course. I haven't actually had any issues with the software. You pretty much find all the standard features of LG stuff. There's like file sharing, screen sharing. Now that's on the top of the menu. All right, let's check out the camera here. One of the coolest features of the LG G5 is it has two cameras, so you can actually have the wide angle and use the second camera, or use the first camera and get that nice f1.8. You can also zoom in and out, and it will actually automatically switch to the wide angle camera. So sort of a great way to get the perfect focal length you want. All right, that is nice. Now, this wide angle is actually super awesome. If you're taking videos, that wide angle is going to help you stabilize your shots, because with wide angle, you get more stabilization without actually needing hardware optical stabilization. I mean, that is one of the reasons why the GoPros are made super wide angle. Basically, you'll be able to have the power of a GoPro wide angle right at your fingertips on your smartphone. That is really cool. Of course, you can also take photos with it. I wish they actually put that on the front camera also to make it wider. I just feel like front-facing wide angle is also important. But I'm not complaining. I mean, you can't put too many cameras. I mean, that would be like 4 cameras. But I'm really digging this wide angle. This is the widest camera on a smartphone that I've actually tried. All right, but if you're not going wide, you can take full advantage of the regular f1.8 camera, which is plenty fast. I don't think it actually has changed much from the LG G4. Of course, you can do manual mode, and you can do 4K video recording for both the wide angle and the regular camera, which I think is really cool. All right, I don't want to make this unboxing too long, but in the few hours I've had it, what are my first impressions? Compared to the S7 Edge and the S7, which I've been daily driving for the last almost 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you know, this is not waterproof. This is waterproof. The screen is a lot brighter with the S7, S7 Edges, just because it uses AMOLED screen. There's nothing that can beat that. Design and the feel thing, I mean, it's not going to make a difference. It's what kind of case you use that's going to absolutely make difference on the feel and the design. Let me actually put it on for you guys real quick. I mean, if you're absolutely not going to use cases and put those D brand stickers on there, I mean, go ahead. But don't cry to me like a little bitch when your phone breaks. because it happens. It happened to me before. Putting stickers on your phone will not protect it. I mean, even if you have insurance, you know, deductible on most of those insurance is like $100. It's just stupid to not use a case. Anyway, with the case on, what matters to me really is the features. Anyway, the feel thing, design, I think it's actually not bad design at all. With the case on, you really can't tell. I mean, it really doesn't matter if it's made out of glass. You're never gonna touch the back of it anyways. But I guess there are still people who really care about that. I don't know, beats me, you know. Anyway, unboxing getting kind of long, so what I really like that it is modular. It has a removable battery, removable micro SD card, also IR blaster, fingerprint sensor on the back, 2 back cameras, 1 with wide angle. Just that is the focus of this phone. But if you absolutely need the glass, metal, unibody, sexy feel, and you need a brighter screen, you like the curved edges, I mean, you probably want to go with an S7 or S7 Edge. But I really like both, so I'm gonna have to definitely try these out for at least a month. Then I'll give you a full comparison of which one I like more as a daily driver. Plus, I really want to take the time to really try these phones out. Anyway, have a great day, folks. Either of these phones are probably the best phones you can buy this year. I absolutely love both of these. I tried them months before it came out, and I finally got both. It's like power up. Force. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Instagram. Subscribe if you want to stay high on Android. And as always, stay on Android.
Click here to subscribe.
Alright, perfect.